Hello, hello, and welcome to the Innovative Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Isolde Trachtenberg. Today, I want to talk to you about compassion and different ways that we can be compassionate. Compassion can be towards yourself, towards others, and also toward the environment, right? I love that saying, take only photographs, leave only footprints. That's one of my favorite sayings of any saying ever because it reminds us that if we're in a new space, we can be very mindful of how we approach it, how we spend time in it, and most importantly, how we leave it. So this whole take only photographs, leave only footprints thing started, I believe, in forests, right? Don't take stuff out of natural areas and instead think about leaving it just as you found it, or even better, like if you see trash, pick it up. When I used to live in Greenbelt, Maryland, I used to walk in the woods and I would carry a small trash bag with me. And my dog and I would hike in the woods every morning. And every morning I would come back having picked up somebody else's trash. And it's gross. And I agree it's gross. And one time, I'm going to be kind of gross right now, I have a thing where I pick up six-pack rings if I see them sort of strewn on the ground because I don't want them to get into water bodies and I don't want them to end up hurting an animal, a marine animal at some point. So I pick them up. And one time I picked one up and it was soaked in urine. And somehow, if it had been dog urine, it might have even been a little bit easier for me to take, but it was very obviously human urine. Ew. So now when I go out, I carry gloves as well as a bag so that if I see trash that I can pick up, something like that, I'm not going to pick it up with my bare hands. So that's a little tip from me to you as far as showing compassion to your surroundings, right? You can carry a little trash bag and a pair of gloves with you and pick up whatever it is that you want to pick up. If you want to clean or leave the space cleaner than you found it, it's a way of showing compassion to your fellow beings, to the environment, to the ecosystem, and ultimately to the earth. That's a way. But I also want to start putting the bug in your ear about gift giving. I'm going to talk about this a lot more in the coming weeks as we start approaching the holiday season. But I'm going to say, think about, instead of buying your gifts and sending them this year, what if you were to make them? What if you were to draw cards? What if you were to make fudge? That's what Rich, my husband, and I used to do for years. We made vegetarian fudge for all our friends, and we made 10 different flavors, and they were flavors like pina colada fudge and chocolate mint fudge and Rocky Road fudge and peanut brittle fudge and all sorts of other fudges that were amazing. And people loved them. And it was really fun coming up with the recipes. It was a really fun way for the two of us to do something together. And we were able to we would make something like 12 to 14 pounds of fudge. And if everybody who we were going to be giving fudge to got even just half a pound, that's 30 people roughly. So it was amazing to be able to give people gifts that we knew they'd love, and because they asked for it every year, and that people would fight over the apple pie fudge and the mole sauce fudge, which was dark chocolate fudge that was spiced. It was spiced with cayenne pepper and various other kinds of hot peppers, and people loved that one, and they loved the coconut fudge too. So people had their favorites, and they would ask for them, and it became a many years long tradition, which we stopped when we moved to New York because we just don't know that many people here. But regardless, there's something to be said for stepping back a little bit and showing compassion to everyone around you and the entire planet by not participating in the consumer culture of buying gifts this year, but perhaps think about making them. So if you were going to make a gift, what would it be? I did this thing a couple of years ago, actually, where I made people, and it's a strange little thing. I bought a whole bunch of Christmas and holiday themed fabric. So Christmas and Hanukkah themed fabric from the store. And I sewed bags of different sizes that people could use as their gift wrapping. So it was a way for me to be a little bit more conscious of wasting paper, because let's face it, most of us, the vast majority of us, when we get a paper gift wrapped in paper, we don't save the paper and use it again. We'd end up recycling it or throwing it out or something. And here's a way to be compassionate towards the ecosystem and your environment. For me, it was I made bags of various sizes that I gave away as gifts to people so that they could wrap their gifts in the beautiful, and the fabric was gorgeous. So they could wrap their gifts with a ribbon, and it was a little bit of a throwback. This is something that was done, 100 years ago, back before we started wrapping everything in paper. People would give each other parcels wrapped in fabric. Well, these are bags that are in beautiful holiday themed patterns, and yet there's something that you can wrap your gifts in and give it to the person. And in fact, what I might do is I might put the patterns up at some point in the next couple months, because I think it's important. If you don't know how to do it, I'll give you the pattern. It's super simple. Different sizes of bags give you different sizes of patterns. Actually, I should say give you different sizes of bags. So if you buy, not that we spend a lot of time buying DVDs anymore, but if you buy someone a game, that's a smaller bag. If you buy them, a kitchen appliance or something like that, then you can wrap the gift in a much bigger bag. Or if you make a gift, like let's say you make a card, then you can, if you draw a drawing, you can wrap it in one of the smaller bags, depending on the size of the drawing. So there's a lot that you can do with these fun little bags, and I'm going to maybe put a picture in the show notes of what one set of those bags looks like. I'm really thrilled with them. I think they're really cool, and it's a way of being kinder to the environment and showing that compassion, like I was saying. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's a wee little one, but it's never too soon to start thinking about how we might be more compassionate and show more compassion to ourselves, each other, the critters on the planet, and the planet as a whole this holiday season, and perhaps every holiday season. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please do me a favor. Refer a friend. Tell someone about it. Tell someone about the cool idea, because I think it is a cool idea, and hopefully you do too. And let people know. Let your friends know that this show's happening and that it's daily, and you can get a daily dose anywhere from 5 to, let's say, 12 minutes long of fun ideas on creativity, collaboration, curiosity, compassion like today, and mindfulness. And don't forget, the Monday episodes are almost always longer, and they are all about innovation and the innovative mindset. This is Isolde Trachtenberg reminding you to listen, learn, laugh, and love a whole lot.